On the night of the 21st of September 2024, under the glowing lights of Miami's coastline, a luxury yacht party was in full swing. Laughter, music, and champagne filled the air. But before the night was over, one guest would be dead. Her name was Audriana Vieiraa, a glamorous model, influencer, and single mother. The authorities say her death was an accident, but many believe this is only the tip of the iceberg and that the truth has been carefully hidden. To understand this tragedy, first need to know who Audriana really was. Born in Sao Paulo, Brazil, she was a 31-year-old mother trying to build a life for her 6-year-old son. On Instagram, over 500,000 people knew her as Lady Rich Forever, a woman living the dream. Yachts, exotic vacations, luxury fashion. But behind the filters was someone fighting for stability in a foreign country, barely fluent in English, and working multiple jobs to keep food on the table. But there was another side to Audriana's story, one that made some people question everything. According to Brazilian authorities, she and her ex-husband were tied to a multi-million-dollar scam back in Brazil, a pyramid scheme selling electronics at unbelievable prices. But the products never arrived. Over 7,000 people were allegedly scammed. When the police came knocking, Audriana and her husband fled to Florida, continuing to flaunt wealth online. Years later, she was alone, her marriage over, her ex back in Brazil, and she was left raising their son by herself. Was her glamorous Miami lifestyle a fresh start or a shadow of something darker? Determined to survive, Audriana worked as a model, dancer, and later as an adult content creator. She walked the runway at Miami Swim Week, a highlight of her career, and started exploring music. Her social media mixed bikini photo shoots with tender moments alongside her son, calling him her ray of sunshine. To her fans, she was a success story. But to others, she was a woman with a dangerous past and dangerous connections. That night, in September, Audriana stepped aboard a luxury yacht near Key Biscayne said to be hosted by an unidentified rapper. Guests drank, danced, and posted photos of the sparkling Miami sunset. Audriana even shared one last picture. Two women in bikinis, champagne in hand, silhouetted against the sky. It was the perfect image of her glamorous life, but within hours, that life would be gone forever. As the night wore on, a group of guests, including Audriana, decided to jump into the dark waters surrounding the yacht. Around 8:30 p.m., someone spotted a jellyfish and warned everyone to get out. Most swam back, but not Audriana. Witnesses say she was laughing, flipping, and diving, confident in her swimming. Then she dove headfirst and never came back up. 10 minutes passed. The party's laughter turned to panic. A frantic call was made to the Coast Guard. Rescuers pulled her from the water and rushed her to Rider Trauma Center. But at 9:30 p.m., she was pronounced dead. The medical examiner ruled it accidental drowning, no drugs, no alcohol in her system. Officially, the case was closed. But the questions were only beginning. Why did she ignore the jellyfish warning? Was she truly an experienced swimmer, as some claimed? Who exactly hosted the party? And why has their identity been kept so secret? Rumors flew online. Some claimed big-name rappers like Rick Ross were there. Others whispered about a P. Diddy-style yacht party. Police said none of it was proven. But Miami detectives quietly classified it as an undetermined death before closing the case. Back in Brazil, her mother, Antonia, got the call no parent should ever get. Heartbroken, she begged for help to bring her daughter's body home. But with a $13,000 price tag for repatriation and only a few $100s raised, time was running out. Antonia feared her daughter would be buried in a pauper's grave in Miami. Meanwhile, Audriana's young son stayed with a babysitter, waiting to be reunited with his family. By the 21st of October, the deadline loomed. Did her body ever make it back to Brazil? Some sources say her son returned, others say nothing was resolved. What is certain is this Audriana's final moments remain cloaked in mystery. The official story says it was an accident. Her family doesn't believe that. A beautiful young mother, a luxury yacht party, a past full of secrets, and a death that left more questions than answers. Was it truly just a tragic accident, or is there a truth no one wants to talk about? What do you think happened that night in Miami? Let me know in the comments because this story is far from over.